One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Trying play action. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Back to throw, it's Miranda. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tide with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Murray. Made a defender miss. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The sure hands, it's Lanning. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Punch it out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this 1st drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So Florida Atlantic's offense will have its 1st possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Owls are rolling down the field. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out. .28 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the single back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The play action fake. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
He'll run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Maurice. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Hauls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Back to pass, it's Miranda. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Catch in the middle. It's Lanning. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions are not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with the lone back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll run play action. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Got it behind the line. It's Irvin. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Miranda. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in this situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Miranda. Fires to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical...
Sprinting away! Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing the NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Ben.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. With jet sweep pass. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Snagged out of the air. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Miranda. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Sends it downfield. He's got it down the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Runs through a tackle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. And a precision punt there will pin the deep inside their own 10-yard line. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Wants to throw. It's Miranda. He lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Takes a hit as he fires.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida Atlantic!
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Miranda. Pulls it in, it's Lanning. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, Let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. On the move at the 30. Breaks away on the left. And he rolls into the house. Who gives a hook? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown run.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Lanning. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Running back searching for a hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Gets it out quickly. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He wants to throw it again. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Makes the grab down the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Yeah, and those quarterbacks have the opportunity with those RPOs. They can quickly give it to the running back and make it a run, and he pulls it. I'm not sure it's the right decision, or maybe he just didn't get his feet set and everything went well, but obviously that play didn't work well.
And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Looking downfield on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting him in a predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And this one is perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back. And all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass, it's Miranda. Finds the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Gonna look downfield again. And that's gonna fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Lanning. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. 42 Spider. 42 Spider. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Finds his tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Makes the grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. The screen, he can go. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to pass, it's Miranda. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to fit the field position with the return. What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it 1st and goal with the 1. Trying to pound it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Miranda. It's complete to the right. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Finds his man in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Lanning. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He's got it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanning. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lanning. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. He's got it. Touchdown Tide. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miranda. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Big guy smells it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.